So, guys, welcome along to the Broken and Unseen podcast. Few weeks ago, nobody was talking about Cameroon, and today, the Indomitable Lionesses have knocked out Nigeria, eliminated the host Morocco in Rabat, and qualified for the World Cup, and are one game away from becoming African champions. Grand Balo, I'll start with you. How happy were you yesterday?
I think, like the rest of the entire Cameroon nation, we were so happy yesterday. You can hear my voice. I got drunk last night. With my colleagues. We were so happy celebrating the victory. One more step to be
One more
champions.
step. One more step. Papa Santana, let's hear from you. How happy were you yesterday? How was the feeling yesterday?
Having this nostalgia from this feeling we've had before, and it's coming back to you based on recent happenings. You start feeling like you're living in the past. I feel like I am in 2000, I'm in the year 2000 right now, when Cameroon was thriving in football. The Lionesses brought back the joy we used to have as Cameroonians. Seeing the captain lead with courage, the team followed with every emotion that they had in them. From the first minute of play to the last, Cameroon proved to us that the Lionesses proved to us that they came ready. They came ready. I cannot see anything apart from I am proud to be a Cameroonian. I'm proud of what those ladies stood for. I am proud for what they gave out yesterday. I'm proud of everything they have portrayed as far as the WAFCON is concerned. I am happy. One more step, like Grand Balo said, one more step. And we are taking the trophy home. I'm certain about that.
And Mr. Kosi, in time. First of all, before you go, I want to congratulate you on an amazing tournament. And I want to big you up for all the work you're doing, man. It's amazing. Thank you for all the updates you're giving us back to back, every day, the press conferences, everything you're doing, the training sessions. You're doing an amazing job. And so, my question to you is: did you genuinely see Cameroon reaching the finals?
First of all, I want to appreciate you, all of you, my senior brothers, for the encouragement. It's not easy being out here, and I must say I am the last AFCON I was with my guys, but this time around I came alone, and but at least I'm getting along with the other people, and the encouragement I get from you guys is a great push, and we have to get going. If I tell you that I saw Cameroon in the final, it will be a lie. But when I listened to the coach talk, the coordinator talk during the first pre-match press conference, when we were set to face Mali, Coach Lipov said they had 37 days to prepare prior to that encounter. And in those 37 days, they prepared to be ready for every game, and they were ready to take every game at a time. And we've seen them do so. On day one against Mali, we didn't see a team that played well. We didn't see a team that had so many good talents, but we saw a team that kept away everything. They didn't want to just look at the fact that they are technically good, that they are a good team, or whether they have prepared for a month or years. They just wanted to fight for that badge. And that is what makes the difference for Team Cameroon. Once they get onto that pitch, they want to run till that final.
And we've lost Kosi there for a minute. And guys, I think I'm not going to suggest, but I'm going to ask. Kosi is back. So my next question was going to be like, are we witnessing one of the greatest underdog stories in African football? Because I think prior to CAF adding the teams that are going to participate at the AFCON, we didn't qualify for the AFCON, if I'm not mistaken. But then we are at the finals and almost winning the finals. So I'll start with you, Balo. Are we witnessing one of the greatest underdog stories in African football?
I think so because we didn't qualify initially because normally it was supposed to be 12 teams and then CAF decided to extend it to 16 teams. That's when Cameroon got into this tournament. And now, from not qualifying, we are here. One more game to be champions. So I think, yes, it's an underdog story for Cameroon.
Super. Papa Santos.
Bro, but we there is this saying that I don't know, we got it from the Bible, which says the rejected stone has become the cornerstone.
Cornerstone.
So this is Cameroon. This is a Cameroon team that initially did not qualify for this competition, and I don't know if it's by grace or by some luck they found themselves in it. And the performance of the team, looking at their matches all through the competition, you will see that they came in with that spirit to win. And listening to Kosi and his analysis and his updates from the team, you discover that the coaching staff had just like about 30 something days to train with the team to prepare the team for this competition. They are giving us exceptional performance. We might not be scoring so many goals, but we are winning the matches. And to see the rejected stone, the one which we consider the underdog, is where they are right now, is a story for us to talk for a very long time. And I think it's turning the history books of football, of WAFCON, or the African Women's Championship in Africa. It's changing the story. It's changing the story to another level. And we are going to talk about this for a very, very long time. A very, very long time. Because Cameroon knocked out Nigeria, who are the reigning champions, who have been there, who have had this competition hostage for the past 10 years. Cameroon knocked them out. And we knocked out the host Morocco. Malawi.
Yeah, so I mean, we can only assume and we can only say things that I mean we are watching. But Kosi, you're in Morocco. Talk to us. Like, what's going on? How does it feel like being around the Lionesses? What's the atmosphere like in Morocco? And coming into this competition, what were the expectations? And you've been watching the training sessions, you've been at the press conferences, you've been around the players, you've been around the team. So talk to us about the atmosphere. How is it like?
First of all, from the start of the tournament,
Kosi, we can't hear you. Sorry, we can't hear you. It's like you're muted.
Your mic.
can you get me now?
We still can't hear you.
They cannot hear you.
Can you get me now?
No, it's the same. We still can't hear you. Maybe just try to connect your mic, and then I'll give the floor to Grand Balo, before Kosi connects. Like, Grand Balo, what do you think? Do you think we deserved? Because Santana mentioned earlier that we are not scoring a lot of goals, but we are gradually going. We are gradually going. So do you think we deserved to reach the finals?
For me, yes, I think we deserve to be on the finals because actually we've really played very well. We have a well-structured team. I think, like football coaches will always tell you, get one more goal and the job is done. We don't need to score 3 goals. We don't need to score 4 goals. What is important is to score first, defend, and then go back with the 3 points. I think Cameroon is doing exactly what they're supposed to do in the tournament. A tournament we play to win because we don't have time to adjust. It's not like a league phase that you have the home and away games. In cup ties, you need to win. No matter what it takes. If you have to win ugly, go on and win ugly. And I don't think Cameroon is playing. We are not playing a very bad football like before. We are playing a very well structured football. We have a very good coaching structure, and the girls listen to exactly what the coaches are telling them to do. If you look at the way Cameroon is playing, they know exactly what they are doing. And we have a formidable midfield. I don't think there is another midfield in this tournament that is better than what Cameroon has. We have the best midfield in this tournament. Defense, compact. Yes, like Santana said, we are not scoring goals, but we are winning games. We are winning games. Not even the hard way. We are winning games very easy. We're playing like a champion team. So I think Cameroon, we deserve to be champions in this tournament. Yeah, Malawi it's an underdog story, but I think maybe they're gonna win it next time. Not this time. This time we deserve to win. Cameroon deserves to be champions. Kosi has done a lot. He needs to celebrate with the trophy.
Kosi has to come back on that plane. He has to come back on that plane with the Lionesses. Yeah, so Kosi, I think Kosi is back. Can you talk to us? Maybe your audio is okay now.
Yeah. Can you guys get me now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. So, as I wanted to say the first time, from the start of the tournament, from day one, that was Senegal against Algeria, we already felt that atmosphere where so many were discouraged.
Go on.
Yeah. So many were actually discouraged because of the empty state of the stadium. But when we went for the second game, which was initially the launching game, we saw that Moroccans actually filled the pitch. And when you talk to people on the streets, they get to tell you that Moroccans are still getting used to the women's game because normally there are no Yassine Bonos, no Brahim Diaz's, no Achraf Hakimi. So, I mean, the value is still coming around. And for the other teams, I think the other nations are being supported only by the diaspora, like the people who are here in Morocco. It is not like the WAFCON for the men's category where we saw people traveling from Cameroon, traveling from Zambia, traveling from Tanzania, traveling from South Africa and other parts of the country to come and watch. And
I think Kosi is gone for a minute.
You guys get me?
Kosi's back.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, it's actually a call that was coming in. As I was saying, so even when you look at, even for press men, many of them have not come for the tournament. So many do not actually, put it that high on their books. But this tournament has made a difference. First, now people see that there is ambience in women's football. They see that the quality has improved. And of course, when you look at the games, you are actually excited. I mean, if I reference the game Morocco versus Algeria, that was a top-tier game. And of course, it was intense from first to the last minute. When you look at Nigeria, Zambia, that was a game, I mean, you watch the game and you actually admire that women's football is taking turns. Senegal, Morocco felt just the same like the men's WAFCON final. So, I mean, the tournament has shown that women's football has grown. And when we had a session with the TSG, that is the technical team that is in charge of analysis of player performances that they get to analyze and, of course, give us the women of the match. They actually, I mean, when they were talking in relation to their data, you see that there has been a lot of improvement in technicality, physicality, and of course, system of play of all the African teams. And you see players rating 9 on games. For example, we cited before, just with the group stage performances, you saw that Safi Ouadrago of Ivory Coast, unfortunately, she was red carded in the game against Algeria, and of course, that saw them lose the game. She was one of the highest rated players as at that moment. And as far as goalkeepers are concerned, there was Ndiaye of Senegal. She played 2 games, and in those 2 games, she had 13 saves, 13 key saves, and she had 2 woman of the match performances. And when you start, if you get to see, like, I mean, Cameroon's game against Nigeria, Cameroon's goalkeeper Biina, you saw her performances. I mean, yesterday again against Ivory Coast, you saw her performance. At some point, one of my colleagues told me, Bihina doesn't know what she has done. It's like she sees this to be normal, but when you look at the level of football, her performances get to an extent where they get to start talking or comparing her exploits to men's game. So what has happened in this AFCON? We've seen the Chawinga sisters show up. We've seen Morocco with, players that show, rare quality. The Sudis, Shabak, and there are several players you can name. Several young players showing up on several occasions. So this tournament has actually made people to understand that they need to have interest in the women's game. And I think last AFCON, Nigeria's captain, Rashid Ajibade, took on the media to say the girls' game is not taken serious. The logistics is not taken serious. But this time around, after the first game, we saw her on her Instagram story where she posted that, they now have good hotels, they have good facilities, good team buses, good gyms, good training sessions, and all of that. So there is improvement. Even Gabriela Mbudi Ongene, when she rated it with respect to, dating 10 years back to 2016, where Cameroon hosted, said, there's been a lot of improvement. Players are in 5-star hotels. The logistics are better. They eat good food. The training sessions, the level of the game too has improved. So I see that this year's WAFCON, with an extension of 16 teams, has also increased the level of competitiveness. And even covering it makes, it is an experience that you need to talk about, you need to write home about. Having to travel from Casablanca to Rabat on a daily, struggling to get to cover games here and there. It makes you live the life of a true football reporter. So this WAFCON has been a great one, and there's a lot of stories to be written about it. A lot of stories.
Kudos, Kosi. Before I ask my next question, maybe Balo has something to ask, and maybe Santana have something to ask. So, Grand Balo, maybe you have a question for Kosi.
And Kosi, you're currently in Morocco, and I need to know how excited is the Cameroon public with the team itself? How excited are they to be in this position to play the finals?
Kosi, are you there? Did you hear the question from Gambalo?
No, I did not get him.
So
Can you hear me now?
So Gambalo is asking, how excited are the Cameroonians who are in Morocco? Like, what's the atmosphere between the fans out there in Morocco?
For the Moroccans, like in the streets, can you get me?
Yes,
we can hear you.
The streets are not colored as per the time of the men's tournament, because during the men's tournament, when you arrive the Mohammed V airport in Casablanca, you already see the AFCON colors. But this time around, it was different. But generally, when you get to... Are you guys getting me?
I think Kosi has a call, or his audio is gone. So before Kosi comes back...
are you guys getting me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, as I was saying. So now, the women's AFCON has not actually been that colorful, but the Moroccans on game days actually make us to feel that Moroccan energy once Morocco is playing. So, and you get to see, their level of support for football is different. In the stadium, you get to see Moroccans, they chant and clap for their players while whistling the opponents for a whole 90 minutes. A whole 90 minutes. So it's always a different atmosphere. And that comes to a point where I get to praise any team that plays against Morocco, because being able to sustain Morocco in that atmosphere is not easy. We saw Senegal do so and hold down Morocco to a draw. We saw Algeria hold down Morocco till the 85th minute, where a 2 seconds sleepover or a 2 seconds deconcentration saw them concede, courtesy of brilliance of Sudi. And Cameroon, they held them down 90 minutes, went extra 30, and eventually won on penalties. Being able to take penalties in the Moulay El Hassan Stadium against Morocco with the fans whistling is not an easy task for a player. So when you see a player score a penalty in that atmosphere, know that, that's some courage. So Moroccan fans are special. and you get to see the numbers. Yesterday was 19,912 spectators in the stadium, and that is the highest recorded so far in this tournament. So kudos to the Moroccans for their support, but it would have been better if that was for all the games. And hopefully in the finals, without them being part of the show, the fans should still show up.
Yeah. And just in that same line of thought, before maybe if Balo has a follow-up question or before Santana has his question, I think I don't want to be disrespectful to the Lions, but if you guys can remember the game we played against Morocco at the AFCON, the atmosphere, I think the atmosphere intimidated our Lions. But yesterday, the same atmosphere did not intimidate the Lionesses. And like I said, I don't want to be disrespectful because I was talking with Grand Balo yesterday and I was telling Grand Balo that this game is not going to turn out the way so many people expect, because I was expecting our team to play with Hemle, like we say in Cameroon, Hemle, you know, but rather it was Morocco who was playing yesterday with Hemle, and our team was organized from the back to the midfield to the attack line. Like you could see a game, like you could see a team with a structure. So, Kosi, my question to you is, what do you think about our coaches? What do you think about the organization of the team? And do you think yesterday had so much to do with mentality or so much to do with the work that the coaches have been doing behind the scenes? Because usually in a game like yesterday, where the hosts Morocco have the population, the fans, you could hear from the first minute of the game they were jeering, they were booing us, they were jeering on Morocco, but then the team was calm, it was composed, and it was structured. So what do you think is behind the performance of yesterday? Was it the work that we don't see, or was it the experience of the players? Coach, you talk to us. You're there and you can see everything.
You know, Cameroon going against Morocco yesterday had a plus. You know, I didn't talk about it on media because, I mean, that was a plus for Team Cameroon. Coach Dimitri Lipov, the coordinator, who works alongside Coach Valentin Gele, with whom they have a great working relationship, and we've seen that pay off. Lipov has coached the under-20s and the under-23s of Morocco in the female category, which means that these girls in the Moroccan teams, he knows them to his palms. So Cameroon went preparing for the game and onto the game knowing the strategy. I mean, let me not say strategy, because Moroccan coach Jorge Villa is also a great tactician. But Coach Lipov knows most of these players. He knows their capabilities, and he knows how you can stop them or how far they can go with their game. That was a plus for Cameroon preparing for this game. And that is why when you see the first half of the game, you see that Morocco had a fair share of the first half. And that was Lipov allowing Moroccans to get their game, to enjoy their game. Whilst enjoying their game, they get fatigued. So the Moroccans got exhausted, and in the second half, Cameroon came with their A game. And you see Cameroon posing the attack, posing the threat. And now, with Cameroon posing the attacks and the threat and pressing up front, it actually put Morocco on a hot stool, on the sense that now they were also struggling to be careful defensively. And once you also want to be careful defensively, you reduce the pressure you put up front. And that is why you saw that in the second half, Morocco had lesser chances than the chances they had in the first half. You know, just in the early minutes of the game, Morocco was denied an opener by the woodwork. And that is where I knew that it is going to be a tough one for them. When you start missing those chances, you see the gods of football are not with you. And of course, Lipov saw his players brave the game through. Even when Zana came off, you know, Zana, she came into the game not 100% fit. And that is why you saw her in difficulty throughout the game. And they brought in Ousmane Doudou. You know, last game, Ousmane Doudou, when she came on, the first 10 minutes, she was still trying to adapt to the game. But after the 10 minutes, she showed herself. That's a player that plays in the Guinness Super League. She plays in the Guinness Super League, but making her debut in the quarterfinals of the AFCON and then getting to come on again in place of an experienced and captain in Colenzana, and then you get to deliver. That means the coaches have already, they have prepared her mind. You're looking at players like Yakana. She gets to tie down Moroccans, very special players in the Moroccan team. And I think when you look at Cameroon's midfield, their combination, even when Beleg went off and Fatima Kome was brought on, the adaptability was so, it was so good. Having Monique commanding she was a general. Toko Aicha, she showed her quality, she showed that her level, she deserves to be where she is. Defensively, the bravery of Esther Maikit, her experience, she's played in Canada, she's played in England, she's played in France, and now in Japan. She has faced all sorts of players. And now getting to, tag along with the energy, the Hemley, the fighting spirit, and the fitness, and she's a warrior in Esther, Miriam Nyaju. You understand that pair was made in heaven. Many people, if you get to tell them that Maiva is in her debut season for the Lionesses, they will not accept. She plays with Fab Amazon, captain of the Cameroon's under-20 Lionesses. So, her courage throughout the tournament tells a lot of Cameroon's football, and I am so happy when I get to talk about this team, because having to see that Guinness Super League has status in the team. Guinness Super League has status in the team. It tells, it sells the Cameroon women's top division, which is the Guinness Super League. Having these players boss in the tournament, and even those who come in still deliver, it's a great feat. There is also Grace Mendua, who missed Cameroon's only penalty. She plays also in the Guinness Super League, and we've seen her through the tournament show how good she is. She's sold herself perfectly. She even scored against Cape Verde, and through the tournament, we've seen her help immensely in the left flank, pressing, and even trying to help the left back. Yesterday, before Colette went off, she was of great help defensively and adding to her actions offensively. Manga didn't score yesterday, but her contribution to the game was massive. She was alone up front, but she managed to put pressure on the defense of Morocco, winning duels, making runs, displacing the defense here and there. Naomi Eto'o, she was brought up because of fatigue, but then her contribution before going out of the pitch was massive. Even Abam, when she came out, she was, she made runs, made attempts, though the final third wasn't good, but her contribution was good. When they brought her up, people were, making comments as to maybe she was brought up because she wasn't good. No, they were bringing on people who were good at penalties. And you saw Belarus convert. They brought her on for that. And Abam was the only person who could be taken off because Ngam Mangatu was a good penalty taker. Grace Mendua was a good penalty taker, though she missed. And of course, you could not displace anyone in midfield or defense. So it was a tactical genius from the coaches. So tactically, the Cameroon coaches won the fight. Because first of all, it is not how good Cameroon played. It was how good they could contain a Moroccan side that always has a fair share of their game. They always play their game. And having to hold them down for 90 plus 30, you must appreciate Valentin Gele and Coach Lipov.
Kudos to the coaches, Lipov and Valentin Gele. Santos.
So, Kosi, first things first, bro. Thank you for the updates you've been giving us on media, on Facebook, Instagram, and if we noticed that you already mentioned so many. We didn't have so many media men, and we don't have so many in Morocco who came with the team. So I'm sorry, we'll keep running back to you for some questions, for some updates. But
Update.
this right now, we are on to the finals. I don't know if you on ground has noticed one or two loopholes that or the the Cameroon football management, or maybe the coaches, or maybe I don't know, Fekafood or whatever, need to fill up, need to fix before the finals. I don't know if you've noticed one or two loopholes or some problems or maybe some situations that that needs to be adjusted just so things can be better in the finals. I don't know if you've noticed any of this.
When I look at Team Cameroon from my own eyes, I hope you guys can get me.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear.
When I look at Team Cameroon from my own eyes, I have not seen any bad spirit. I have not seen any bad spirit around Team Cameroon. And from the first instance where you want to talk about the team spirit on day one, when Ngamanga scored the first goal, they all celebrated together. They even have their special celebration. And when she was duped woman of the match, he got her woman of the match. All the other players stopped their celebration wherever they were to come celebrate together. That already showed great team spirit. I have been seeing a lot of things on the media. They are talking about prim here and there, but around the players, you hear nothing of that sort. You hear no complaints. They are happy in training. Ambience to the stadium for games, ambience back to their hotels here and there. And I must say the Cameroon media, a team is qualified and set to face the host nation. With all the difficulty we have, there is a situation of tickets where the ambassador has to write to the president of the Royal Moroccan Football Federation. And instead of the Cameroon media to be talking and making waves about the ticket situation, to see that Cameroon can get the tickets we're asking for, because the ambassador in his letter asked for 1,000 tickets where there were 50 first class and 950 regular. The Cameroon media is out there talking about salaries, talking about complaints, whereas the players themselves who deserve those prims, or who say they are the monies they were talking about, are concentrating on the game. They need positive energy. So what are we doing? What are we doing? So I think the negativity on the media is too bad. The negativity on the media is too bad, and we need to stay away from that. As Cameroonians, we should know that these players see these messages. So what I think is, as Cameroonians, on the media, we should spread positive energy. For example, let me use Malawi. When the Malawians play a game, after the game, you need to see the positive comments. You need to see how happy they are, how encouraging they are to their players. But with the Cameroonian media space, 80% of the comments on media, or the stuff on media, are complaints. This player didn't do this, Belarus didn't do this. Talk about the people who stood out and encourage those who did not do well to do better. To an extent, you get to see a fan in the stadium. There was a situation where in the game against Cape Verde, where Katibia came out for an action. I think she made a mistake, and fortunately, she still cleared the area off, and one of the fans was shouting in the stadium, "Kiami onana goal." That is Cameroonian fans for you. So you are actually giving an edge for the opponents over our own players by discouraging our goalkeepers with such comments. Moroccans make a difference in that area. They cheer their team from first to the last minute, no matter what they do. And when the opponents have the ball, they whistle them, giving an edge for their players over the opponent. So the Cameroonian media space needs to do better. We need to learn how to support. We need to learn how to encourage, because that's all they need from us. Constant support and encouragement. But if we go on the media talking only about the negative side, have the players come out to complain about their who's a prim? Nah. So why are you going here and there, removing things from where they have not come from to talk about? Tournament never finished, they talk, say they never pay player before when I start complaining. If they give them the money now, so they overdo it today. In dinner, they are being taken care of, 5-star hotel, everything, logistic, everything they are taken care of. And at the end of the tournament, they are paid their monies and they go and rest. Yes. But if they paid earlier, good. And they have not complained. So why is the media buzzing here and there and complaining and discouraging people here and there? With the bad energy, we don't need all of that. Cameroon needs to do better.
Right. Kosi, I don't know if you can hear me now.
Kosi, can you hear Balo?
No, I'm not getting him.
Can you hear me, Kosi?
For some reason, Kosi need to hear Balo. I don't know whether now what did happen. But
Kosi,
Santana, you hear Balo, no?
Yeah, the
you
year,
hear Santana?
Yeah, the year you.
But Kosi, you get Santana now.
Kosi, can you hear me? You hear me? Balo, dile you and Kosi get problem. So
Balo, anyway, Balo, type the question in the chat, and then maybe Kosi can read from the chat and answer. But meantime, I want to just really congratulate the girls on an amazing job so far, because like Kosi mentioned, the negativity on social media is really a call for concern, because like Kosi said, these players are human as well, and they have phones and they watch what people are saying on the media. So, and yesterday I think we were talking on a group, and I made mention of the fact that when I look at Monique Ngok, the captain, I see Rigobert Song. That you can see that spirit in her. You can see that she has that leadership quality. So I think she's doing a very good job in like holding the team together. And the Hemle, as we talk for Cameroon, it's amazing to see. So, but Kosi, my next question is, what can you say is the main difference between the two AFCONs? Between the two competitions, the AFCON and the WAFCON. You've been to both. What can you say is the main difference? Like you were there in Morocco when the AFCON was on, and you are there in Morocco right now witnessing the WAFCON. So what can you say is the difference? Be it in terms of the atmosphere, logistics, the football. Just talk to us about the differences that you've noticed.
Kosi, I don't know if you can hear me now.
Kosi, can you hear Balo?
Did you get me now? Uh, you get me?
Sorry, Balo. You have to ask your question in the chat, and then Kosi can read an answer. But anyways, Kosi, so far we've qualified for the finals, and we've also earned automatic qualification to the World Cup, man. So what does this mean for female football in Cameroon? We are through to the finals of the WAFCON, and we've also qualified for the World Cup. Chat to us, man. What does this mean? So my question is, we've qualified for the finals of the WAFCON, and we've also automatically earned qualification to the World Cup. What does this mean for female football in Cameroon?
Nigeria.
Kosi is disconnected. So, guys, before Kosi come back, maybe if you just in a few minutes, like if I don't say ball on a person where he watch even European female competition. So, and we don't dey watch AFCON or sorry WAFCON so far. So, what do you think say? Balo, I'll ask now you. What do you think say? It be the main difference between which
Yeah, I
we
can
don't
hear
watch
you.
so far, and let's say maybe if we watch the European female competitions, like what's the main difference?
First, I want Kosi, Kosi, you get me now? I think say firstly, Joel will give a
Yeah, I
lot of
hear you.
credibility for our female league.
Yes.
Yeah, we get you. I think so. This the league this
Can you
season,
guys get
the
me?
female league for Cameroon, it's well organized, well corresponded. The quality is very high. I start watching. I think like last year, well, I watched a couple of games, and but this year I don't watch more games than more than last year. There's a lot of quality. We play very good football, and I think it's a very well structured league. You can see how the girls are performing. I tell you without a doubt, this performance is
Wanna
because of
hear
how
me?
structured the league is. We have a very well structured league in Cameroon. Kudos to the Guinness female league in Cameroon. So I think for your question, Joel, I think the difference between the quality of play in Africa and maybe Europe and the rest of the world, it goes down to how this. I think it goes down to the grassroots of their football. Their football in Europe, it's the same like their male football. It starts from the academy. That's why you see there's a lot of difference with Cameroon. Most of these girls, they have never played football when they were young. Maybe they were going to school and stuff like that. They just recently switched to playing football. So you see the difference with Europeans and us in Africa, especially Cameroon, is the fundamentals of football. We need to make room for the growth of African for female football in Cameroon. This football needs to start from when they are still young. I think if we can do that, we will get the same quality, maybe not the same, but a high level performance. And then we need to bring in more foreign coaches. I keep on saying this. I always say this. We are not yet at that point for us to get good players and good management. I think we need foreign coaches. I'm not going to take anything away from this. Our national coach, Madame Gueler, she's doing an amazing job. But I think if you see how Cameroon is being played, how we are playing, and how the team is being structured, I keep on saying it goes down to Coach Dimitri, the coordinator. I think he has set up a lot of discipline, a lot of tactical information in the team. That's why I always say we need to bring in more foreign coaches than local coaches. If you can see at the World Cup, the same thing the same thing happened with Ivory Coast and Senegal. They had a very decent squad, a very good squad, but they couldn't get to that final line because of, I think, limited coaches. So we need to bring in more foreign coaches to do the final job. If we can do that, then I think we're gonna get a very good performance going forward. Maybe we will get surprises at the World Cup, like how Morocco did with their main team. If Cameroon keep on improving, I think we will go further in the World Cup because these girls are playing
in the stadium,
some excellent football.
Great. I think Kosi fear you now, Balo. So if you ask a question, Kosi.
Most of the games,
Kosi, you get me now?
Cannot be compared.
All right, okay. I want to take this opportunity first. Me and you get our relationship more of a brother relationship.
The logistics.
So I want to take this opportunity first to thank you for an excellent job you are doing. Maybe
cannot be compared.
You are just doing, for example, it out of passion.
Let me get to the press side.
You were doing a lot of
during the
work for the Cameroon football. You did like a light because with you can export
the men's AFCON.
You are taking out Cameroon to transport to Africa and the rest of the world. And thankfully, I just believe, I always use this word, I believe so much in God. When you do something here and there, but with your body and soul, you always get your reward. Slowly, you are getting to that point
in
where
this tournament,
and say,
you hear at some point they are bosses.
I'm getting rewards. Because you be one of those people where you don't export Cameroon female football.
And then
now, true,
eventually you don't see bosses. For example,
I even get into
there is
Cameroon
this
female football. Now, through you with a couple of people, there, maybe the other ones, them are just
Ghana game today at La Bizauli, and the game gets ended
of images. But with Kosi don't make up for the way
an hour before
especially female football.
The South Africa Nigeria game in the evening.
Thankfully too, so they say something the spoil fix or one. Thankfully, saying that you want to go set for this AFCON, for the WAFCON.
You are for the mix zone with
as well. Yeah, bro.
Officials of CAF.
Yeah. You don't get more exposure, more credibility. You see the way it interact with those
controlling
girls.
The area. For press conference, the officials are controlling the
You go for those girls, their comment section, yeah. Big stars, the male footballers, they comment for those girls,
and then you
photos
now,
and videos there. But those girls,
all of you journalists are there.
Good look. See, when Kosi writes each of those girls, their photos them and their videos, them, all those girls will reply.
And then you step out. They had indicated there was a boss.
Just go for those girls on Instagram, you'll see them. That girl they post all these our Cameroonian stars and they write good job.
Boss is not there. So who has entered the boss if the boss was for journalists?
Top.
So those are things.
So another opportunity. God don't give him a very good.
That are different. But whereas in the men's AFCON, all of that was catered for.
The guy, he did do the work it do you work, it follow
And
your passion.
in the media center,
But you know,
during
say
the
passion,
men's
now wait
AFCON,
it give we joy. It give Cameroon joy. It take Cameroon out there.
you get to
I
have
feel
snacks
like I talked earlier.
in the media center
I
available.
don't see me any Cameroonian media man, like maybe an individual
During halftime, you get to have
personally
snacks and all
owned
of that.
blog.
But in the women's
I
AFCON now,
see CRTV now, government. But Kosi
have only tea, coffee, water. That's all.
AFCON.
No snacks.
He give we
And
daily reports. He give we hourly reports. He give we minute
I
by
think
minute report
for the men's
during
AFCON,
games.
they were branded
And
bosses.
the
For
guy
all the
credibility don't increase for that level. We Nigerian football bloggers,
teams
Nigerian
in team colors, player
don't
pictures, and all of that. But now
they
for the
don't
women,
find interest for the money content.
Yeah.
This the incredible job with the guy did.
men's AFCON,
If Nigerians,
there is
South
only,
Africans,
blue bosses,
Tanzanians,
and then there's
Senegalese sport journalism, they find
a
interest in the content.
paper
It
with
means he's doing a
each of
marvelous
the
job.
countries'
And
flag in front.
if
That
those were the control from Cameroon football, fit invest, fit
That's all. So the
invest, or
branding is
maybe give
different.
credibility
The
to
branding
such
is
work.
different.
I think because when you be recognized because of
And
what you do,
I think
it
even
gives you that
even
push
the
to do whatever
broadcast
you are
world
doing. It gives you that push to do more of what you are doing. And Kosi,
worldwide
if you look
is
Kosi
mild for the
work
women's AFCON
with
as compared
videos,
to
you
the men's
discover
AFCON because many people yes,
it dress Cameroon.
you get
For
to see them
AFCON, you
asking for
discover
links
say
to watch
Kosi
the
will
game
dress
because
with those
several
Cameroonian
the
traditional
broadcast
attires for Nations Cup. But for WAFCON, we see as it wear
bandwidth is
typically
the
Cameroonian
Cameroon
area
club
of
JC them.
coverage is
Cameroon Club
limited.
JC
home
them, yeah.
jerseys. I think
Yeah.
it advertise our league, it advertise
So
our
I
culture,
think
and
those are the things and
it
quality wise of the
expose we to the world in ways them way we no be fit see 'em.
game. There's been
You
improvement,
discover
but the men's game is a way lot valuable.
field mayo.
And
You see mayo for local leagues and way people they know. If
the
football
players,
governing body
player
for
wise,
Cameroon
you see that there are
encourage
many
talent
stars.
like
Well,
this, because half of Cameroon, if not all of Cameroon, is
known stars in the
getting
men's game than
updates
the
from
women's
this young
game.
man. And
I
That's
think
true.
talking about
But I know one coach short. I just say because no be them you ask your question now. If you ask your question, no.
the women's game, you can only count a few
Okay,
stars like the
Kosi,
Chawinga sisters.
I think I've getting just a couple of questions that I will ask you.
You can
You
talk about
think
Chebak, courtesy her
the
Ballon
kind of
d'Or.
football we Cameroon don't play throughout this tournament, the game against Malawi, you think it will be easy for us?
Maybe Abudu Ongene
Game
as
against
Cameroonians,
those,
we know her
Chawinga
through
sisters.
her. I mean, it. I've think one thing with when I get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing we did
WAFCON
about Malawi
appearances,
na
which
say
is a record
Malawi
that she
get a
beat
team where
Nigeria's.
get 5 players. I mean, their game they surrounded around some 5 key players. You get the Chawinga
Nombi.
sisters.
So
You
I
get
think
Rose Kadzere.
there's a lot that needs.
You get
Yeah.
Faith Chinzimu. And then you
Yeah.
get their
to be done for the women's game to
people they
compare
look
to the
they
men's
think,
game.
it
But as
overweight,
now,
but
there's
she's
been
a true
improvement.
leader from the goalpost.
But Rose Kazere, will be available for the
You know,
finals here.
yes, I'm coming.
In
So
the
now,
level of women's football
their game
this
plan
time
now,
around.
the best way for play Malawi, now to take control of the midfield. When they Faith Chinzimu dey, when you take control of the midfield, you stop Faith
Me
Chinzimu
talk so
because
much.
now he
So
actually
I
start
see.
build up play and then reconnect with either how do they call
I
Kadzere,
don't know whether
as I
not
talk, but
because
now
of
Kadzere no dey, so that's another
this
problem solved.
need so much.
So
Yeah.
Faith
Me talk
Chinzimu,
much.
if we midfield overpower them, we eventually will go do am.
I think we have a better midfield
Yes,
over
we
there.
get a better midfield.
Yes.
And then it deprive balls from getting to the Chawinga sisters. You go see and say they will drop deep for start find that ball them up front, danger or reduce. Ivana Makana they way for right back and no say if he stop Tabita.
Tell you one.
Yeah, if it, no, I mean Tabita, because Tabita they come from the left flank. And if Ivana if he struggle stop because normally pace wise Ivana get pace past Tabita. Now, na Temwa way, no easy. Now for avoid me ball no get to Temwa. Physically,
can you please come
she's
again?
another level. Pace. I think Boyson, Shelin Boyson, when one of the experts them, when they in charge of TSG.
Yes.
He talks say with the statistics where they don't get them because cameras they will collect data.
As I earlier mentioned,
they watch and
this
analyze
tournament
them, and
has
then AI bring out
been
all
given great
statistics
value
analysis,
to
and
Cameroon's
from
women
the data
football.
where they don't
You know,
analyze them,
in
Shelin
Cameroon's
Boyson
team we
talk
have
say
7 players
Temwa
that are
Chawinga na the
from
fastest
the Cameroon's
woman,
domestic league.
female
That is the
footballer
Guinness Super
on
League.
planet
We
Earth.
have
So
Maïva
if you already
Nyaju,
understand which
we
will
have
come against.
Brunel
And
Buelo, we
now,
have Ousmane Doudou, we have
Temwa
Ange
Chawinga they
Baou,
come into
we
that
have
game looking for 1 goal, if not 2,
Grace
3.
Mendua,
Because
we
now
have
she did level
Ivana
on
Yakana,
goals with Barbara
and
Banda. So
I
she
think the
obviously
other
want to
person is
be
Japa Mogai.
top
So
scorer.
these are 7 players.
Yeah.
So
From the
and
Guinness
our
Super League,
defense, we
and
don't see as they don't live
I
up to
think as at
expectation.
now
First
it
game,
is only
I mean, we consider
Ange
1,
Baou
and it was from
and
the spot
Japa
against
Mogai who
Mali.
haven't had a bite of game
Against
time
Ghana, we
yet.
defend 1
But
goal
then those players that
from,
have actually played have left their mark.
for a
2 of
long from
Cameroon's
first half
goals
to
in
second
this
half. Against Nigeria, we did
WAFCON,
same.
the only 2 goals
So you
that
see,
have
I'm saying
not
against
been
Morocco,
scored
90
by
minutes we
Gamanga have
defend.
been
So you see,
scored
as
by
our
Guinness
defense
Super
they
League
on lock.
players. That
Because
is
yesterday, our defense stopped
Grace Mendua, who scored
a
against Cape
dangerous
Verde,
Moroccan
and
attack
Maïva
where they no
Nyaju, who
score.
scored against Nigeria.
And
And
you see, I'm
performance-wise, you
saying
have seen
if
Ivana
we feel lock
Makana,
those 2 players,
Grace
for
Mendua,
Morocco, they don't get only 2 players like the Chawinga
Nyaju,
sisters.
I mean, even Brunel when she came
Morocco
on,
get plenty, but we succeed for
they
stop
have
them.
lived up to
So
expectation.
now we get a
Ousmane Doudou,
duty
they
to
have lived
stop
up
the
to expectation.
Chawinga sisters. And for
Right.
stop them, we need to concentrate now on them. We deprive their midfield from playing. Because when you look, that way Ines for Algeria, they have a press conference. They say they have been talking a lot about the Chawinga sisters. If you talk a lot about the Chawinga sisters, if you go concentrate on them, give chance for the other players, and when you give chance for the other players, you want to turn back for the other player, then now they use Chawinga sisters. When you see the goal where Tabita score, that overhead kick, now ball where they need to concentrate on you. They don't go marky in the inside box, lost control, they out of the game. I think the ball, I don't know which jersey number 7 swing in the ball, and then Tabita get into the action, bicycle kick 1 time, and then goal with Temwa score. As they pass the ball, it come for face Chinzimu. It turn so. It just give pass le pa carry 1 time. It boss and inside so. And then as I boss the pass, Temwa come on E1. Pap, finish up. So I think if we win the midfield battle, we will beat Malawi. And also, if we be able to supply Ngamanga, he will score. He will score.
Thank you, Kosi, for
Yes.
that outstanding analysis. Okay, I'm going to say something because I've been watching Malawi from the very first day of play against Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay, going further, I think Malawi is not, they don't have a more talented squad like Cameroon, but
Yes.
they play a very more effective game. Okay. They know their strength comes from the Chawinga sisters.
Chawingas.
Tabita is more clinical than Tenwa.
Yes.
Tenwa
For
is
the
more
final third,
physical.
LS.
Yeah. Tenwa is more physical. She got
Pacey.
pace. Yes, more tricks than her sister, but Tabita is more clinical. And then Chinzimu, as you rightly said, now the anchor for midfield where she could play those through passes to those
Yes.
sisters. Okay. From my own observation, I think Cameroon has an upper hand in this game. First, we have a very disciplined defense. We don't concede more goals. We have a better midfield combination than Malawi. And Malawi, they play a very easy but effective game. They play without their midfield from the back.
Yes, long balls to Temwa or Tabita.
Straight to Temwa.
And they use them. They get, I think this is their center back who love foot. Where hold also tap in Nakam, Tabita Rogo.
Okay. So for me, I think this game, tactically, it's more easy for Cameroon than playing against Morocco.
Yes, it
We
is a
have
lot.
more quality up front. Our attackers and our attackers are more better than their defenders. And you will notice and see throughout this game, Cameroon will get ball possession like 60-40 over Malawi because we'll get the ball more than them. Most of the time, Malawi ball then all of those that two sisters them, and they are very effective. Take nothing away from them. Those two girls are the best currently in planet Africa.
Yes.
Yes. So any chance where they get them, they can easily score us. They are more clinical than our attackers. Though our attackers playing as a team, we are better than the Malawi team. So I just think that this game too, it will go down now for defense. If Nyaju, because I think say Nyaju I can't game this way like I because she's more
Yes.
physical.
The top
Yes, she
five
can
on
play the
that
top
girl.
fight. Yes. And na chances way for say itself. Say I stop the Tabita sisters from scoring Cameroon
Of
at the
course.
finals. You know she's still playing in Cameroon. Now you chances
Yes.
for you to sell herself to Europe. Because I think she has already done it. After this tournament, all these Cameroonian girls they will play for national team. I can guarantee you say those girls they will not play again in Cameroon.
Of course.
Yes. So because I first believe we say we get a very good coach. All these things I would just try to analyze them. I think our coach, the woman and Coach Dimitri, they already know. For I think this game, Cameroon, this game no will exceed 90 minutes. We will win for inside fee very easily, 2-0.
No, I think
Yeah, because
tactically, like our midfield be more organized and we go win the game like you talk from midfield because if our
Yes.
midfield be organized, now all that.
And to add something, Kosi, please, man, about take your time. Okay, yesterday there's something that I don't notice about this Cameroon midfield. I think when Cameroon they play with Joya, Morning Jog, and Chalemeo, yeah, there's something where they call and say compatibility with you. He must not be the most talented, but I believe that 3 years and be effectively more than when Ngobelek they play. Ngobelek maybe is more talented than most of them. She's more technical. She's technically better than most of them. But I think when Shalem Mayon,
Remy gets or he passed the way the teacher.
yes.
Yes.
But I think say that 3 years they trust themselves more than when Ngobelek they among them.
Yes.
You know, all we don't play ball, no, would you understand it? Like,
Yes.
that way we didn't take up, no. When ball, go play, line up, the one draw line up, so when they put some kind of move, you don't look, say, that thing, that all, you understand, say, all man, all we don't play ball, so understand, say,
Yes.
some player, they like to play with some player, them. So, and it's normal, and it's not only for female football, you know. Remember, even for Grand that time, Grand the one play only with some particular man, or there's a change, you no one play with my team. That thing didn't happen. So anyway, my question, Kosi. My last question to Kosi is: who has the pressure now, Cameroon or Malawi?
Okay, Malawi.
Cameroon has the pressure.
I think Malawi for me.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
Yes.
Malawi is in its debut season, first ever season of the WAFCON. Just winning the first game, we saw Cape Verde celebrate their first ever goal. When Evi Pereira scored against so they celebrated their first goal. But Malawi got to celebrate their first win against Nigeria. That was already an achievement that if they didn't even make it out of the group stage, they will go back to Malawi celebrating. I remember the way Malawi celebrated qualifying out of the group stage alongside Senegal in Bafoussam when they played the AFCON in Cameroon. Even when Morocco won them at Fandena, it was nothing. They had made their mark qualifying out of the group stages. So now, this is their women's team. They have beaten Nigeria in the first game, and then they get to qualify out of the group. They win again in the quarterfinals, make history again. The Chawinga sisters are everywhere, on everyone's lips. They come again to face Algeria in the semi-final, and they beat Algeria again. Here they are in the final. There is one thing. President Fleetwood said it yesterday. He appreciated everyone that has contributed to the project of the Malawian women's football, FIFA president, CAF president, the government, the National Bank, which are their main sponsors, and of course, every worker in the federation and the girls themselves. They have done Malawi proud. Despite the fact now, everyone is going into that final wanting to complete their history. Malawi wants it to be that, okay, their first ever AFCON, their debut AFCON, they won it. World Cup ticket already in the back, so everyone is happy already. But now, they want to win. On Cameroon's part, Cameroon had a final in Cameroon. Nigeria took win knife for Insa Fandena. You know what that means. So 10 years later, we have that chance again. We came. We did not have pressure. You know why? We came through the back door. Had a short time to participate, to prepare. We came to participate. And then, you know, when Cameroonians start hoping, we already start believing we are the best. That is what happened during the AFCON. When the boys of Pagu showed their hunger and thirst. But
Quand tu
eventually...
sais que tu n'es pas en danger.
Oui. Donc maintenant, on est déjà en danger.
On est déjà en danger.
Oui. So now, Cameroon knows that they are closer to the objective. And you know, history has, for the past, especially with this final coming on under Samuel Eto'o government, it has been said that Samuel Eto'o has won nothing under his government. You understand that the girls know that they need to win for their president. They need to win for their captain, their captain and Gobele, who were in the final in 2016, they missed out. So now they have pressure on themselves that they need to give their big sisters, this trophy. They too want to be part of that history, that they are the generation that has made the difference for Cameroon. They have given Cameroonians hope. So now they know that they need to complete the job. They have beaten defending champions. They have beaten host nation. So now, why should it be Malawi to stop them? So it is not just generally like pressure, but hunger for the final cake, the biggest size of the cake. Donc tu as cherché le bailleur, you need to own the house. Yes, you need to own the house.
So, Kosi, thank you, man. So, my opinion, I think, like Kosi said, already Malawi has also qualified for the World Cup, and they are playing the finals of for the WAFCON for the very first time. And so that's already a big achievement. Even if they don't win, they go back home, the whole country is celebrating. But we are the continent. Nous sommes le continent. So we need to win. So guys, quick fire before we go. Starting with you, Balo, what's going to be the score? Prediction?
I said earlier 2-0 in favor of Cameroon, but that I think it will be 2-1.
2-1. Santana?
Yeah.
I go for a 2-1 win, Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Kosi?
1-0 win in favor of Cameroon.
I think it's going to be 3-1. 3-1 Cameroon. So anyways...
Ajo, please let me say something to Kosi before we round up. Kosi, I just want to wish you the best you've been delivering so far. You've been giving us updates. I pray and I wish you all the best for the last days until the finals. I know your breakthrough is coming. There's something big waiting for you. Keep on doing what you are doing. Keep on enjoying the beautiful game. Keep on taking Cameroon football to the rest of Africa and the world. And keep on loving the game, man. May God bless you.
Yeah, man. Santos, what do you have to say to Kosi? You have something for Kosi?
Kosi, thank you for taking us to Morocco. Thank you for giving us Morocco, and thank you for giving us every little detail we need about the Lionesses. Man, you're doing an incredible job, and for showcasing Cameroon out there, we say thank you. We'll continue to support you, and we urge every Cameroonian out there, every African out there, to show the emotion of support to you, because you are not just you're not just doing your passion, you're also giving us joy. Thank you so much, man, and I wish you the very best in everything you're doing as far as this job is concerned. Thank you.
Respect,
Yeah, man.
respect.
I don't want to say much. I might get emotional, but I still remember when KosiFoot talk started. You remember when we were contemplating on the name, and KosiFoot eventually came along. And I'm so proud of you, man. And yeah, I'm a very big supporter. I'm a huge fan of your work. And on vient de loin, tu connais tout. You know everything. I don't have to say much.
All
But
right.
you know, as Repeat, you always talk, keep fit. And yeah, guys, share the podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. And big shout out to my brother, Balo. Please, guys, subscribe to his podcast, Big Football Podcast. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Facebook. He brings you also very good guests on the podcast. And yeah, man, Kosi, you're doing an amazing job. Keep on going. If by any chance the president of CAFOOT watches this, Graham, we've been supporting Massa. So,
You're the peripheral, no?
so I mean, I think you guys saw when Patrick Boma posted Kosi's video the other day, and I think Graham must don't see him. He Boma post Kosi, so Graham must don't see him. So, Papa Eto, le petit si, ils font le bon travail. He's doing an amazing job. He has been putting the Guinness Super League on the map. He has been putting the Cameroon Elite 1 on the map, the regional leagues, Elite 2. He has been putting us on the map, and now he's putting the girls on the map. So, Kosi, big up, man. You're doing an amazing job, and eventually it's going to pay off. I'm so proud of you. I love you, man. And yeah, keep going. It's been Papa Santana, it's been Grand Balo, KosiFoot Talk. It's been myself, Joel, and until next time, Palate DJ Tim. Shelele.
Like, Expo.